So y'all hated when people saw that cruise full of black people and they said all kind of racist remarks. But then after the cruise at the Carnival port in Galveston, people are fighting in the terminal. And a black woman on an excursion refuses to get up because she didn't have the wristband, and her child has to almost beg her to get off the boat. This is why make the comments that they make. This is why they don't want to be around us. Too many of y'all don't know how to act. This is why I avoid Carnival. I even avoid the little short cruises that are like real cheap. Some of y'all don't know how to leave the ghetto at home. And these are the people who raise the kids who fight the teacher. It's all related, y'all. And so even black people like myself or others who got some sense, we always are running not from black people, from y'all.
Ladies arguing over seats on Carnival cruise.
Goddamn child, I'm a grown ass motherfucking woman, so you better find you somebody else. You stole our place. You stole. You put your coffee there when you saw me stepping there. Everybody up here saw you.
So I just wanted to get on here and discuss some of the things that I'm hearing about Carnival Cruise Line and banning rap music. So I can confirm that this is actually a thing, and it was implemented back in June on all of the ships that were leaving out of Miami and Miami only. Now, since then, I can neither confirm nor deny if this has moved or changed to any of the other ports. However, I cruised back in June. I did back-to-backs on Celebration and Sunrise. I've been cruising for a very long time. I know a lot of people on board. This is over 20 cruises that I've done so far. I talked to one of the DJs because I noticed on night one that they weren't playing rap music after a certain time like they usually do. He told me that they had just implemented it on all ships leaving out of Miami to cut down on the rowdiness of the passengers that were on board. So for all of you that are concerned or worried or questioning if they ban rap music, it's true.
What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator of Gospel Chops and your host for this YouTube channel, back with another video. Now, by now, I'm sure y'all have heard about the Carnival Cruise Line's controversy. Fake reversey, as some people refer to it, because it's a fake controversy. But those in the blackity-black community are having trouble coming to grips with the situation because Carnival Cruise Line specializes in the cheap, low-budget, dollar store cruises that the blackity-blacks love so much. It attracts them. They are drawn to it. But they are changing the rules on the blackity-blacks midstream now. They saying, look, midsummer, we are changing our rules. They have gone into effect. We don't want no more rap music. We don't want no more fans. We don't want no boots on the ground. We don't want no sagging shorts by the pool. We don't want no dropping it like it's hot. We don't want no twerking in the pool. You see, there are certain things that the blackity-blacks, at least a certain segment of them, think are normal, and they are not. They are uncivilized. They are uncouth. And you do them because you are unsmart and undisciplined. But it's where you are in your mentality at this place and time. Well, you gotta respect the gangster of Carnival Cruise Lines who came out and said, if you can't abide by our rules, then you don't belong on our boats. And some people are coming out crying racism. We're victims all over again, just like our ancestors. No, you ain't nothing like your ancestors. Nothing like your ancestors. And I won't go into it in this video, but y'all different. Let's just put it like that. The way you act in public, the way you misbehave, the way you rear your children or don't, the way you step out in public and conduct yourselves is unattractive to the majority of people on earth. Not just in the country, but in the world. Such that immigrants come to this country and they feel like they better than y'all, blackity-blacks. And they tell their kids, don't link up with them blackity blacks once we get to America, because we don't want you picking up none of those habits. But y'all continue to think that is culture. And y'all continue to shoot at folks like me when I get on here and talk about how folks don't like blackity black culture. Well, you're going to abide by these rules or you won't be cruising too much, because Carnival Cruise Lines has had enough of your twerking, enough of your inebriation, enough of your fighting and conflict. So now what you gonna do?
Carnival Cruise Line does not like black people, and they don't want black people taking their cruises, okay? It started off with the speakers telling people that they can't bring speakers no more. Why would you not want people to be able to bring speakers and listen to their own music? Anyway, now Carnival has banned rap music on their cruises. Now, I've been seeing little posts here and there the last couple of days that Carnival is not playing rap music in the clubs no more. But this morning, I actually saw a video of somebody in the club. There was nobody on the dance floor, and they were literally playing soca music. And the caption was like how they asked the DJ if the DJ could play some rap music in the club, and the DJ let them know that they're not allowed to play rap music anymore. So they put on soca. Now, y'all tell me, a place that does not allow rap music and rap music only, no other type of music is not allowed to be played but rap music. Y'all, please tell me, what is the demographic of people that they're trying to keep away? And Carnival, y'all got some nerve because y'all are mad dirty, y'all mad cheap, y'all mad ghetto. Every time I see a video of Carnival, the stairways is all rusty. Y'all got a whole documentary out here about how y'all ships be catching on fire and shit mixed with piss all on the walls, all on the floors, and y'all got beef with rap music. I think y'all have bigger fish to fry. And it's so crazy because I've never been on a cruise, and I always said, like, when I go on a cruise with like me and my homegirls, like without my kids, we're gonna go on Carnival because it seems like that's the party cruise. I don't bring my kids in like high volume areas. Like I would take my kids on one of those like calmer cruises. Oh yeah, but now Carnival won't be seeing me, baby. I'm good, love. Enjoy. Carnival does not have to worry about me. They do not have to worry about me. We got the message loud and clear. We are not your demographic anymore. So, y'all, I was supposed to be going on a Carnival cruise. So, one of my friends is turning 30 and he's never been on a cruise. He doesn't have a passport, so do not suggest flying somewhere. So, he's never been on a cruise. And he was like, it's my dirty 30. I want to be on a turns up ship. He'd be seeing all the videos of Carnival. He was like, I want to do that because I'm trying to be lit for my birthday, right? Well, Carnival has decided they want to rebrand. They don't want to be known as the Turn Up Cruise no more, the budget friendly cruise no more. They want to be, I don't know, I guess they want to be royal. Even though when people book Carnival, they know what they are booking. They know they are booking a turn up cruise, period. Everybody on there is looking to have a good time, party, and have fun. We know what type of people are on there. Like, everybody on there, it's just Carnival cruises are so much fun. Like, everybody is just a vibe, right? And it's like anywhere there's going to be like alcohol, things might get a little rowdy. That just comes with the territory of people being drunk. It has nothing to do with like, being black, being this, music. But these people done banned the fans. They saying no more hip hop music. So, child, that was the whole purpose of us going. So now we are not going back to the drawing board because no, ma'am.
I remember back in the day when you had to make a substantial amount of money in order to get onto a cruise or to bring a family of 5, 6, 7 onto a cruise. And I grew up cruising. My parents used to take us on a cruise every summer, if not every other summer. And that shit wasn't cheap. And now you're seeing all these fights because they've made it so easy for people to travel abroad or get on a cruise with these $99 price tags and $129 price tags, even $399 price tags. Come on now, these Carnival cruises, they used to be honestly very, very good, and now they're just it's to shit. The Bahamas, Cozumel, even like Jamaica was a place that one would dream about going to, but now they make it so easy that people could go to it. With these prices, no wonder you're having all these fights. I'm sorry to say it this way, but someone has to say it. When you have low prices, you're gonna attract the bottom of the barrel. When you have the bottom of the barrel, you're gonna have conflict. And that's exactly why when I take my family and I out on vacations, I don't go for those 99, 129, 399 price points, because at that point people just don't care because it wasn't that much anyway. But let that vacation be 5K, 10K, 15K, and I promise you, you won't see a fight.
Y'all people are out here trying to blame alcohol for the issues that go on some of these cruise ships. And here we go with another rap song. Y'all remember? Blame it on the alcohol. Y'all always looking for an excuse. Y'all always looking to point the finger somewhere else but yourselves. Just because the alcohol is there, you don't have to consume it. And if you consume it and you can't control it, then you shouldn't be consuming it. But they not going to stop selling it. They not going to stop offering it on the boat. That's the gravy train. If you make them choose, like y'all do in y'all relationships where you push your significant other to the point where they got to make a decision, they got to make a choice. If y'all force Carnival Cruise Lines to choose between blackity blacks and alcohol, guess who's going to lose out on that? They ain't losing that money because you can't handle your liquor. They're going to say, don't get your blackity black tail on the boat. And what they do, so y'all can't call it racism, and even though you're doing that anyway, they're going to say, we're going to get rid of all the things that are attractive to the blackity black, such that they won't even book no tickets. Ain't no rap music, ain't no fans, ain't no line dancing near the pool, ain't no twerking. All that stuff y'all love. It's no longer allowed because Carnival is putting its foot down and saying, y'all have attempted through your behavior. Y'all have attempted to turn us into the Spirit Airlines of the sea. Y'all have besmirched our brand with your blackity black activities. And although we are trying to be associated with low price cruises, we are not trying to be associated with you.
Races, they're not saying they don't want black people to come on. They don't want happen.
Carnival came out and said, so you think the fan ban wasn't enough? Watch this. Let's run through the list in order. The teen curfew is a big one. Everyone under 18 has to be back in their rooms after 1 a.m. unless you're with your guardian or adult that's 21 plus. However, if you're 18 to 20, you can no longer travel alone anyway. You must be with someone 25 plus. So anyone under 21 now must have a 25 plus person with them as well. Now this pool chair rule needs a whole nother look. Let's bring up the screen. If during the day you feel like you want to reserve a chair, you can, but they're going to put a sticker on it that says they stopped by, they haven't seen anyone here, and they're going to put a time on it. And if you don't get to it or check in, they're going to pull your stuff off those chairs. No more reserving sun loungers all day long on Carnival. There's two parts to this one. Let's talk about it. The first one, they're saying no more hip hop on a lot of cruises. Maybe they're trialing it, maybe they're testing it. It's just rumor, but no more hip hop.
Cruises. This rebranding effort to change all your rules and regulations in hopes of getting more sales is absolutely not going to work. A vast majority of people are never going to go on a Carnival cruise because you allowed yourself to become a reckless place. This idea of limiting or not playing rap or hip hop music seems to me extremely racially targeted. The music is not the problem. The problem is that you allowed reckless behavior. You allowed way too many people to be doing way too many crazy things. You allowed marijuana. What did you think was going to happen? It was eventually going to become like a nightclub. And guess what? What happens at nightclubs? Reckless things. So if you want to be a nightclub cruise, go ahead, be a nightclub cruise. But don't sit here after you've done it for all these years and now try to change it because some TikTok videos are putting you in a bad light. That is extremely fucked up. The vast majority of people already do not go on these cruises. In fact, cruises in general are probably the dumbest fucking thing you can do. If I'm going to go on vacation, I'm sure as hell not going on a Temu vacation. Carnival's got a real problem on their hands. You lacked security. You allowed people to do crazy things. The whole thing with the pool seats and people reserving or not reserving, people stealing each other's seats, crazy. Sometimes you do something so long that there's the point of no return. And I can't imagine anything they could possibly do that would get the vast majority of people to ever want to go on a Carnival cruise. Most people nowadays that go on a Carnival cruise are going for that wildly fun nightclub environment. And if you want to take that away from them, then they're not going to go. But that doesn't mean that the people that weren't going before are now all of a sudden going to go. It's not going to work that way.
Hello, everybody. It is free, and welcome to Carnival Panorama July 3rd, 2025. Is it true that they're no longer playing hip hop on Carnival cruises? Yes, it is. I even spoke to the source just to get confirmation instead of rumor. I spoke to a DJ on board, and what he said was Carnival's testing out these new themes in the club, and none of those themes include hip hop. They are monitoring their playlist, and what they cannot do is play hip hop music direct and outright. He's been allowed to go ahead and mix some things up, like play the beat, basically the instrumental, and they're approving that. But to just play the hip hop song straight out, it ain't happening no more. What he did say, though, was this is a test program that they are rolling out, and they're waiting to see what the feedback is. And right now, all the feedback is negative. But the point is, there is power in those surveys. And if you do not make it vocal and make it known what it is you want, your likes and dislikes with Carnival, then whatever they put in place, they're going to keep in place. They're waiting to hear from you. That is what he said. I'll give him that they are waiting to hear what you think. But the theme nights that they have, we've got R&B and soul, dance, house, and pop hits, Latin and R&B, 70s and 80s theme, and blues and funk. Those are the themes that are approved for Carnival to be played in the clubs. They ain't even played a wobble at the Sellaway party, y'all. He said it just started this cruise for Panorama, so June 29th. So for those of you that are like on your comments saying that I was on last week ain't got nothing to do with this week. June has nothing to do with July. Currently, right now, and as you can see, I am on board Carnival. So from the horse's mouth, from the source, no more hip hop.
Y'all saw Carnival trying to ban black people. I mean, they're doing it around the way by taking away hip hop and taking it. Now they're saying they're taking away the wobble. Can't even do the wobble dance. They took away the fans, no boots on the ground. Listen, so the last decade, what did they do? They did rock bottom prices, catered to black people. We saw the videos. Catered to black people because that's what every business do when they are underwater. They cater to black people to get their business back up and running. It's the same thing that Red Lobster is doing right now with the seafood boils. Everybody's seen online that black people love seafood boils. So what are they doing? They hired a black guy and he brought in seafood boils, and now their company is being turned around. And Carnival did the same exact thing. And now they want to say, oh no, we don't like black people. We actually don't like black people. Black people are a problem for us. Yeah, you used us to keep your business afloat, no pun intended. And now that your business is back up and running, now you want to abandon us. That's what businesses do.
And there you have it, y'all. The rules of the game have changed. The rules of the sea have changed. Question is, the only question that remains is, will you, blackity blacks, change? Because corporations are coming out and they are no longer asking you to make that change. They are changing the environment around you, such that if you don't qualify, you will not be admitted to the party. This is a test of the community. I mean, if you operate on that level, yeah, they're testing you to see if you can handle it. Because they gave you enough rope and you hung yourself with the rope. Now they have shortened that little leash they had you on to see if you can behave yourself under these more stringent circumstances, or are you just going to do what some of their corporate executives probably want you to do in the first place and just not buy a ticket? Because we know what it is. I love the fact that it is forcing the community to have a real discussion about what it wants to be and what it doesn't want to be. Yeah, I know that some of them is our cousins. Some of them is our family. Some of them is our friends. Some of them go to church with us. But when they get out of church, they cuts up, y'all. They cuts up in the public before the people. And a small segment of the community causes problems for everyone, and here we are. If you want to avoid these kind of problems altogether, take your kids on a Disney cruise. Don't even fool with this stuff. See, some of us understand you pay a premium to go on a high-end cruise so you ain't got to deal with this. You pay a premium to live in a certain neighborhood behind the gates so you ain't got to deal with this. You pay a premium to shop in certain stores so you ain't got to deal with this. No, they not going to raise the prices. They just going to change the rules. What are you going to change? Community, blackity blacks, what are you going to do better? What are you going to do different? Anything or nothing? Well, these are questions we need to ask and discussions we need to have in the community. Sometimes we got to log off the internet and have private conversations amongst ourselves when we know them folk ain't listening. You got to grab somebody by their ear, pull them to the side and say, look here, you got to change your ways or you're going to crash out. Because them folks are tired of you. Question is, are you tired of you? Are you tired of doing the same old thing and getting the same old result that ain't moving you forward in life at all? No, I'm not going to have the discussion right here. But the fact of the matter is the discussion needs to be had. Because not only is Carnival Cruise changing the rules, but see, the United States government, the federal government is changing the rules right up under your feet. What are you going to do about it? You going to sit back and let life happen to you? Or you going to make a change and get out there and make it happen in life? Choice is yours. It is a choice. But if you ain't going to choose to change, then you're going to choose not to cruise with Carnival. They have put down the gauntlet, and they are on your head. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Blackity Blacks showing out on Carnival cruises to the point where y'all ain't welcome no more. If you going to act like that, if you change your ways, now you can get on. Anybody who's willing to act right, anybody who's willing to behave right can be included. But if you want to be one of them and stay one of them, well, you are now excluded. It's a big old club, and you ain't in it. Let me know what you think about this, y'all. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel and share the video so we can get more people involved in the conversation, y'all. And like I always say, always remember and never forget, without the gospel, it's just chops. Until next time, peace.